When the Lamb opened the fourth seal, John heard the voice of the fourth living creature say, "Come." He looked, and there before him was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death, and Hades was following close behind him. That's not too hard to figure out what these symbolize. John says they were given power over a fourth of the earth to kill by sword, famine, and plague, and by the wild beasts of the earth. Now, wild beasts are not really a big cause of human death. For example, in the past 100 years in California, no one has been killed by a wild bear, and only 3 by mountain lions. Most people on Earth don't worry about that sort of thing. The animal that kills the most people is the mosquito, although we can't expect John to know that mosquitoes carried the malaria parasite. Rats and fleas might also be blamed for a lot more deaths because they were involved in the Black Plague. John is picking up language from the Old Testament here, from Ezekiel 14:21, which mentions sword, famine, wild animals, and pestilence. Even if wild animals don't cause a lot of deaths, people do worry about them, and it's part of the biblical picture of the results of sin and social breakdown. The fourth horseman symbolizes sword, famine, and plague. In other words, it summarizes the results of the first 3 horsemen, who bring war and famine. The color of this horse is green, perhaps representing the skin color of a seriously sick white person. The overall picture is death and Hades, the mythical destination of dead people. Here again, Jesus, the Lamb, is the one who will rescue us from the problem. The book of Revelation tells us that death and Hades will eventually be thrown into the lake of fire to be destroyed. Death will be no more. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are together a snapshot of what's wrong with the world, a symbol of sin and suffering. They are obstacles to God's plan for humanity. And we can join all creation in rejoicing because the Lamb has qualified to break these seals.